Hi guys, Daz here with another episode of my top 20 selling comic books of the week. This time it is episode 31. Today I'm going to be discussing the best selling comic books on eBay for the 26th of July 2019. Basically, since coverprice.com came on the scene, they've become a go-to spot for watching eBay trends on comics, and they scour thousands of eBay sales to culminate data to spotlight the hottest selling comics. Here is this week's top 20. Let's find out if you can beat me. Most people normally do. Starting in on our list at number 20 is Thor, God of Thunder, issue 25, the Bisley variant. Now, the reason this one's heating up is, of course, we've had a lot of Marvel cinematic news of late, and there is going to be a Marvel next phase Thor film called Love and Thunder, and it, by all accounts, is going to be about Jane Foster becoming the new Thor. Not a big Jane Foster fan, not thrilled for this film really. We'll see where it goes. But the book in question is this one, guys. Like I say, this is a Bisley variant, a Thor God of Thunder, issue number 25. And that is the first Jane Foster as Thor. That was from 2014. It sold 18 copies this past week at a 7-day trend of plus 169%, and a high sale roll sold of that book for $20. Number 19 on our list is a book I own, but only in mid-grade. From 1993, we've got Venom, Lethal Protector, issue number 1. Yeah. Now, the only reason I can gather that this is heating up a bit is because we've had a little bit of movie news on the second Venom of late, and that is that the director from the first film will not be returning for the sequel. I think Andy Serkis is going to be lined up to be the man in control for the next Venom movie, which of course sees the actor Tom Hardy returning in the role as Venom, Eddie Brock. Well, this book sold 20 copies this past week, had a 7-day trend of plus 181%, and a high sale CBCS 9.4 just sold for $205. Now, I paid 50p for this back in the middle of 2017 at a car boot. So mid-grade, but it's also got the first appearance of the Diggers, and it's a nice red foil cover, but of course it is the gold one that goes for a lot of coin. Up next on our list, number 18 is Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, issue number 51. And the regular cover, guys. Now, this is the first appearance of Jennica, or Jenny. And this is in her human form before she becomes the next Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle. What can I tell you about it, guys? Like I say, from 2015, that series, IDW, it sold 36 copies this past week, had a 7-day trend of plus 99%, and a high sale roll of that book has just gone for $60. Good to see the Turtles getting some love. Up next on our list, this is a surprising one to see here. From 2018, a book that was mass produced, and a lot of people went in heavy and lost out. We're talking The Amazing Spider-Man, issue 798, the regular cover. Now, this is the first appearance of the Red Goblin, Norman Osborn. Now, from what I gather, the Red Goblin is about to return in a Marvel series. I'm not sure which one as yet. But this book has just sold 46 copies this past week at a 7-day trend of plus 89%, and a high sale CGC 9.8 went for as little as $54. I paid £3.50 for mine the day it came out. Nice Alex Ross cover. We'll see what happens with the Red Goblin. I don't expect too much because of the print run. 16 on our list, and we're sticking with The Amazing Spider-Man. A great book. Amazing Spider-Man issue 361. This is, of course, is the first full appearance and origin of Carnage, Cletus Cassidy. Well, like I said, he's in that Venom film with Tom Hardy. He was played at the end credits by Woody Harrelson, one of my favourite actors. Will be returning for the Venom sequel. Now, this is the second overall appearance of Carnage, as he had a one-page cameo in the previous issue, Amazing Spider-Man issue 360. A book from 1992 that sold 40 copies this past week at a 7-day trend of plus 108%, and at a high sale a high sale CGC 9.8 went for $405. Now I paid 50 quid for mine. It's probably about a 9.0, 8.5, something like that. I'm satisfied with that because raw copies now, guys, you're going to do well to get in this kind of grade for under $100. 15 on our list, and if you've been following my hot comic book alerts, I did a special on the Eternals, and this is a book from 1976, the Eternals issue number 5. Now the reason this one's heating up is we had a lot of casting news on the Eternals, and a lot of people were specking that Angelina Jolie was going to be playing Cersei, but that's not the case. She is in fact going to be playing a character called Thena, who was originally called Azora. So pretty good book. It's also the first appearance of Domo and Makari and Zoras. So again, bang for your buck with this one. Well, this sold 28 copies this past week at a 7-day trend of plus 167%, and a high sale raw has just gone for $100. I paid back in early 2018, shortly after the time it was released, the film was announced. I paid £2.08. There was a nice run of these, I think from like 2 to about 6, and I got all of them, a couple of quid each. Number 14 on our list is a book people are clamoring to get because 191, 192, and 193 wrapping up The Walking Dead. They want to find a bit more of a backstory, and that is issue 190 of Walking Dead. I had a look in my LCSs, no joy. That book, of course, was from this year, 2019. Sold 23 copies at a 7-day trend of plus 224%, and a high sale raw just went for $20. Now up next on our list, I just spoke about Thor. We're getting some more Thor, but this time we're getting a 1 in 25 Fiona Staples variant for that Thor, Volume 4, Issue number 1. There we go. That's your book, guys. Often we see incentives make the list. From 2014, it sold 10 copies at a 7-day trend of plus 530%, and a high sale raw just went for $90. Natalie Portman's driving that market at the moment. Number 12 on our list, and we're sticking with the Turtles, guys. And this time we're going with Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles issue 95, the Kevin Eastman variant. This is the B cover. As you know, I just spoke about Jennifer or Jenny in her human form. Well, this is where she becomes the turtle. And I think that it's here to stay by all accounts. The forums are buzzing about it. This is going to be a turtle, the first female turtle with a yellow headband, I believe. It sold 41 copies this past week, had a 7-day trend of plus 133%, and a high sale raw just went for $51. And our first runner-up in number 11 on our chart is Marvel Comics Presents issue number 5. I looked for this and number 6, No Joy, which I'm a bit disappointed about. This is the first cameo appearance of Ryan, or Brienne, Wolverine's daughter. Yeah, I think she also narrates these books, if I'm not mistaken. Well, this sold 55 copies this past week at a 7-day trend of plus 103%, and a high sale raw just went for $39, guys. Good books to have for a quick flip, I believe. Because I don't think, Wolverine's been a busy man, hasn't he? How many kids he got now? 5? Sort it out, Wolfie. Right, we're into the top 10, the big ones. And up first on our list, just spoke about issue number 5. Now we're going to go with number 6. Marvel Comics Presents number 6 is our number 10 on our list this week, guys. Sold 61 copies this past week at a 7-day trend of plus 91%, and a high sale raw just went for $76. Yeah, the first full appearance of the Wolverine's daughter, Ryan, or Ryan, I still don't know. Number 9 on our list Been a lot of buzz of late about a new character called Star. And this is Captain Marvel, issue 8, the Dazzie variant. Now I missed out. I don't really hit the comic book shops for New Comic Book Day. I'm all about the old books now. But my good friend Lyric Magic Moments has picked me up a regular cover of issue number 8, which I'm thrilled about. Thanks for that, pal. Well, that variant from Dazzie has just sold 53 copies at a 7-day trend of plus 156%. And I had a high sale raw of $200. Why? Because, of course, I forgot to mention, guys, that cover there is a 1 in 25. A 1 in 25. And that's why, because it's hard to find. Simple as that. Number 8 on our list, and we're sticking with those turtles. This is the regular cover for Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles issue number 95. The first appearance of the new female turtle, Jennica. Oh, that sold 69 copies this past week at a 7-day trend of plus 129%, and a high sale raw just went for $45, guys. Those turtle books are on fire right now. This is quite a nice cover. I'll have to keep an eye out for this one. For this is Silver Surfer Black, issue 2, the Martin variant. Look at that, guys. That's all right, isn't it? A little bit different. And the variants on that series have been pretty hot. It's a nice cover, that's all I'll say. It sold 96 copies, that Martin variant, this past week. Had a 7-day trend of plus 99% and a high sale raw of $175. Sorry, not high sale raw. I had a high sale of $175 for a graded book. I'm guessing 9.8. No info on that, but yeah, great book. I like that cover a lot. Number 6 on our list. I've not done very well this week, but of course I've got the stalwart. This is issue number 1 of the Eternals. Yes. Big news this week confirming everything to do with the Eternals. This past week it sold 96 copies at a 7-day trend of plus 106%, and a graded 9.8 just sold for a whopping $1,600, guys. Can you believe that? Of course, all the news from the San Diego Comic Con really helped drive the sales. This is, of course, the first appearance and origin of the Eternals team. The first appearance of one of the main characters we're getting in the film, Icarus. We've got the first appearance of Brother Toad, Margot Damien, the Deviants, Cataphrax, Dr. Damien, Vira, and this is the first mention of the Celestials, and their first appearance is in the next issue, number 2. I paid $14.95 for that copy, and $12 for that one. That one's got a slight take pull up here, but I'll still make money on that when the trailer drops. I'm excited for the trailer. Yeah, when did I pick that up? I picked that up. My other copy the day it was announced, which was the 12th of April 2018. Number 5 on our list. This is another nice cover. This is Spawn. Spawn 299, the San Diego Comic Con variant. That sold 46 copies this past week at a 7-day trend of plus 282%, and high sale raw of had a high sale of $350, and that's raw, because I don't believe there are any graded books out there of that at the moment. That is hot and very limited. That's a very hot and limited con variant from San Diego. Now, number 4 on our list. Number 4 on our list. Like I said, thanks to Lyric Magic Moments, I think I have this one. This is the regular cover. That new character Star that appears in Captain Marvel issue number 8. It sold 129 copies this past week at a 7-day trend of plus 104%, and a high sale raw just went for $63. Crazy stuff for a new book. Star, nearly Star of the Week. Number 3 on our list. I've been seeing these getting bidded on crazily on eBay. And of course, with the Jane Foster news, we have What If number 10. What if Jane Foster had found the hammer of Thor? Well, she's going to. We're going to find out. That book sold 143 copies this past week at a 7-day trend plus 208%. And a high sale a graded book just went for $425 in a high sale. Crazy stuff for that What If. And of course, we're getting What If animated series as well. So we may see that in there as well. A lot of the MCU characters are returning just as voice roles for that animated series. Up next, more Captain Marvel. Issue 8. This is the Lee Carnage variant. That is a nice cover, guys. I like that a lot. That sold 161 copies this past week. Had a 7-day trend of plus 164%, and a high sale CGC 9.8 has already gone for $140. That's a Carnage cover, and of course the new character of Star. And that leads us to number 1. And we're getting more Captain Marvel, guys. Crazy, crazy stuff. This is Captain Marvel issue 8, and this is the Carnage logo secret variant. The Carnage blood logo, as you can see up here, guys. Crazy stuff. Basically, same cover with just a little bit of extras. Well, that sold 125 copies this past week. Had a 7-day trend of plus 344%, and a high sale for a raw copy this past week went for $41, guys, already. Crazy stuff. Captain Marvel on fire this week. So, how many did I get, guys? Not a good week at all. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh my days. I think that's my worst ever. 5 out of 20. Come on, finish me off. I want to know your totals. Thanks for all the support, guys. I sit at 707 subscribers, which means the world to me. If you like what you see, subscribe to me. Please support me. It means an awful lot. Take care. That's Dazzie over now. Bye for now.